it is Resistance Chicks, March 10th, 2017.
We wanted to take you inside of a couple Muslim mosques.
Yay.
And what their prayer actually is. Now, the Swiss TV interviewer hits this Muslim guy who seems so moderate and so normal. And it says that Switzerland, a TV show corners the director of a Swiss mosque with footage of what is taught inside after being told by mosque officials that no hate preaching was going on. All right? And so we're going to go here, and then we're going to go to the same thing being preached in a Canada mosque. This is a prayer that is prayed pretty much, I think, in every mosque.
Gibt's bei Ihrer Moschee Hasspredigten?
Nein.
Is there hate speech in your mosque? No, I'm convinced that this is not the case.
Das ist wirklich nicht der Fall.
And that the Imam,
der
who
Imam,
is the topic,
wirklich ein
who's being talked about,
das ist eigentlich ein ganz
he is actually the most loving person. He screams a lot sometimes. What? He screams a lot sometimes. Well, that's just his way of speaking. But that doesn't mean just because someone is loud, but he is not a hate preacher? No. Here we have recordings from your mosque about him. It says, please give us victory over the
our
unbelievers.
master. Yeah.
Oh God, honor Islam and the Muslims and humiliate polytheism and the idolaters and destroy the enemies of religion. Support your praying jihadists and support your praying jihadists everywhere. Okay, so that is what he says, to destroy unbelievers and support the jihadists. Is that not hate preaching? Nope, this is actually not Shaykh Muhammad. Okay, so he's a different one? Yes, he was a different one, a young one. But he was preaching in your mosque. Yes, he was in our mosque, but he is actually one of the other preachers that you can find in every mosque. This isn't just on your mosque. And that is actually when it says unbelievers, it isn't something that when we live here with our people here in Switzerland and nothing ever happened. That doesn't mean that what you hear now, that this is the entire picture of Islam, that maybe they all think the same. And I imagine there are multiple places in the Quran, depending on what one chooses, and this is now more of the Salafist kind of view. He's not a Salafist, but I'll just say, this is just a dua, is what we use at the end. It's things we wish for at the end in each prayer. And this is the holy prayer of the past 10 days that repeats these things. And it only says that when it says unbelievers, that doesn't mean it's just people. Only in the religion. That it's people who it really respects those who aren't straight up in life right now. People who one would like. Not that they get killed or murdered, but we hope that it works out, that one can find a way out with, I don't get it, the guy says. I don't get it.
Let's see for yourself here.
Oh Allah, give us victory over the disbelieving people, give us victory to Islam, raise the standing of the Muslims, and humiliate polytheism and polytheists. Give victory to your slaves who believe in the oneness of Allah, O Lord of the world. Allah, give them victory over the criminal people. Destroy anyone who killed Muslims. Destroy anyone who displaced the sons of Muslims. Count their number, slay them one by one, and spare not one of them. Purify Al-Aqsa Mosque from the filth of the Jews. They must have said that a couple of times.
Yes, so I just wanted to bring that to you. That's what they say in their prayers. Now, I can guarantee you that in no other religion that I can think of in the top of my head, so I guess I can't guarantee it, but most your basic religions, even Judaism, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism.
Well, there might be some extremes in those religions that don't take from the original text. It's additional texts. These people are taking these prayers and stuff from the original text of
slay
the Quran.
the unbeliever, slay the filthy
That's the difference.
Jews.
In any religion, you're going to have.
So we got these Muslims all up in their garb on the Women's Day during the women's marches, and they're calling people Nazis and anti-Semitic when Islam is the most anti-Semitic religion in the world.
Yeah.
In the entire world. I know that Putin is kind of works with Iran, and on that issue I am not happy about. Iran's missiles are literally, death to the Jews written on them.
Right.
Right? So, here's the thing. I mean, this is their prayer. This is what they pray. This is what they pray at the end. Oh Allah, kill the infidels. Kill the unbelievers. Wipe them off the face of the planet. Kill the filthy Jews.
Wow.
So, this is what you would not be allowed to comment on or talk about in Canada.
Which is
if
why this
M103 it becomes a law. And actually, it's what that they have condemned in general. You are not allowed to share this or talk about it openly. You can only apologize for it. You can sit all day and you can apologize for this till you're blue in the face.
But you can't talk against it. But I don't know, I was kind of a little bit confused about that M103 because when we did the article before, it kind of made it seem like, yes, it's a law, but it's not really a law. It's more like
It's not a law. It's
we're
like
calling it a law, but
if you and I just write a statement, but it has more weight because every single one of the people in Parliament
is going to
put their
abide by
name
it.
on
Exactly. Exactly.
They're condemning it, and it's one step forward
Right.
into
Which means they'll be silencing the media even more
right.
in this area. And we've gotten to this place of political correctness where you can't even speak out about things that are wrong and evil. And the Bible talks about that. Woe to those that call evil good and good evil, and it's going to happen, and we're seeing that right now.
Right.
And I'm not sure what Canada's laws as far as freedom of speech go. I know here in the United States, everybody takes their First Amendment rights very seriously.
I need to play that woman again. They're using
Here, they're using bad language, or he is. And so I really feel bad for Canadians because I feel like they've already given up so much in the way towards leaning towards socialism that it kind of opened a door, and that's really unfortunate for you guys, and we are praying for you because this is just absolutely ridiculous.
Socialism leads to communism, and the communists right now are working heavily with the Islamists.
Somebody left a comment on our Facebook page, and it's really important. It says, not all socialists are communists, but all communists believe in socialism.
Right.
And they're all socialists. So it's kind of like you can't have one without the other.
Right, exactly. These people didn't start out like, oh, let's do a few parks here. Let's make sure people have, their good health care. Let's make sure. No, they started out with a communist agenda to take God out of every nook and cranny. And
put a false God in. You're allowed to talk about Allah all you want. But you can't talk about, the Judeo-Christian God.
People are generally religious people. So it's really interesting that Christianity is put under the rug. And suddenly, you've got women, there was a video, and I gotta find it, where some stroller moms were walking up to a bunch of Muslim women praying, and then a couple other women were like, oh, and they got on their knees and they just started to do their prayers because that's what we do. We are in solidarity with the Muslims. We're gonna pray with them. We're gonna allow them to do their thing, and it's so crazy. And the upper echelon people are just laughing and laughing
because
and
I gotta guarantee you guys. In these other countries, I don't think it's ever gonna get to this in America. Over my dead body, it will get to this. But in other countries, they are literally allowed to take kind of Muslim ideology and put it in the schools, put it in government places
it's already
and stuff.
in our schools.
I know, but what I'm saying is okay, we have to take down in many places any 10 commandments that's on any government building or whatever. People go after that. But if you wanted to put up some sort of 10 Muslim or Islam commandments,
Rainbow flag just went up in the school.
That would be allowed, and it's it totally flies in the face.
I'm working on, and if you guys have some great articles, you can send them my way. I'm working on kind of compiling in America our school textbooks. I was noticing on Facebook for the past couple of years, everybody putting these these one-liners of this Quran was in my kid's school book. This Quran, I don't want my kid to learn Sharia law, and all these different things. And I kind of took some note of it, kind of read the articles. But if you see it as a big whole, it's bigger than when you break it up. From what I've been reading, in a lot of in the Common Core school books, these kids, and I never learned the 5 tenets of Islam, and they learn about Sharia law. I mean, and it's not in every school. Some schools do different things. Like some schools practice, one of them says, practice being a Muslim for a day, or something like that. And another one said, pretend you are have to go home and tell your parents you converted to Islam. Now, what arguments would you use? And then it said at the bottom, don't worry, you're not converting to Islam. We want to teach you the right way to make arguments. So you're supposed to show your parents how and why you would be and why you would be converting. Some schools have taken field trips to mosques.
But you're not going to take a field trip to a church.
And one school got all upset because the boys took part in the prayers, and the way they explained it away was that the boys just got caught up in it. They weren't supposed to be praying, but they got invited to pray, so then they started to pray with the Muslims. And I gotta tell you, I'm a Christian parent.
You're not a Christian parent. You mean if
I was a Christian parent. That was where it was going with that. Like, if I'm a Christian parent, I'm yanking them out. I'm yanking them out. There's no way. You're not praying to Allah. You're just not going to do it. You're not going to invite demonic spirits coming in your head.
Resistance Chicks is all about y'all people making babies. We tell you that all the time. Go make babies. But when you do, homeschool them.
Or find a good teacher or a good school.
We can just find a good school or a good teacher. I mean, maybe private schools.
Right. No, I don't mean public. Don't do public school. Whatever you do, that's what I really wanted to get to, is don't do public school. And that's going to actually, you know what, that leads into my next segment. Wasn't sure I was going to do it or not. I'm going to go ahead and
do it. I don't know what she's talking about. We're doing it. We're bringing it. We're bringing it to you guys. Whatever it is, I'm excited. You should get excited too. Okay, guys, this is Leah Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where your child should not pray to Allah by going to public school. Your kid's supposed to learn reading, writing, and arithmetic at school. Okay? Not even how to make arguments. That's not part of school. Sorry.
The next one.
I'll teach kids how to make arguments.
They have trained your children like little robots, and they have put in these little kill switches inside, and when they say a certain word on the television, it makes them react.
Yeah.
Watch.
You come back and watch that.
Watch.
Yeah, I'm listening to my words right now. I'm gonna, okay, no, just kidding. Like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Don't forget to find us on Facebook, where we can interact with you guys there on a daily basis. I have a bum shoulder, so you're getting this from me today. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, we'll see you guys back in a little bit. Bye-bye.
I was cold all alone, no place for home, every day so afraid, but you called my name.